The horns on my 34-year-old truck have seen better days, and they don't work. So I've got nothing to lose here. I've got some new ones on the way, but just want to see if I could get them to work again. It's got a lot of rust. This part's plastic, but the rest of it's metal. And I thought maybe I could just rely on my old friend Electrolysis. So, without further ado, I'm going to fill this up. Put it in. Add a little bit of washing powder and some voltage, and just see if clearing up some of the rust will make them work again. Well, it's already going to town. I got a cuckoo clock bob weight for the anode, and the rust is definitely percolating off there already. It's just been about 5 minutes. So I'll take it out after a while and kind of drain the water out of it. See if we can get this horn to honk. Well, there certainly was a lot of rust on there. Apparently some hidden rust too, because I didn't think there was that much on there. But see that green? I'm wondering if that's copper coming from the coil inside the buzzer there, or from the contacts. Anyway, that's a lot more rust than I expected, so maybe it will work. It's off. Go ahead and take these electrodes off of here. Take a look at this anode here, the cuckoo clock weight. A little cruddy and crusty. Now we'll take a look at the horn. Yeah. Rinse this joker off and see what it looks like. You see here in comparison, after this one's rinsed off, the electrolysis took all the nasty off it, but it also took off most of the paint. It did get the rust gone, but it took off the paint. So the moment of truth is at hand. I have to find out if it now works. This one doesn't work either. It's nasty grungy. We'll see if this one has any life in it now that at least maybe it's been freed up inside. Now it's time for the moment of truth. Got our negative hooked up to the ground here. I'm going to hit the positive. Let's see. What do you know? It works. Weakly. It's not very loud, but it does work. And of course the thing's full of water. But anyway, that was just an experiment to see if it would come back to life, and it sort of did. Maybe I'll try it again later once it's had a chance to dry out inside, and see what happens. I gave this one the same treatment, and again, just like this one down here, it took the paint, most of it off. See some of the red overspray from where the truck was repainted about 20 years ago. But this one still doesn't work. I could take it apart. There's a coil inside. Well, unlike the other horn, this one soaked in the electrolysis bath and it didn't work. So I decided to drill out the rivets and take it apart. Here's this little membrane. And you can see in there, it's just clogged up with dirt, maybe dirt dauber's nest, I don't know. But underneath here, this stuff is just falling apart. You can see a lot of rust inside here. Let me pause you a second. I can chisel this stuff off. I know you don't want to watch that. Okay, it's all apart. You see you have contactors in here, and this is an electromagnet. So it pulls down on this little armature. supposed to. And when it pulls down, you can see it in there. There's a little contactor point, and it disconnects the power temporarily. It interrupts the circuit, so the magnetic field collapses, which allows it to bounce back up. When it bounces back up, it completes the circuit, energizes the coil, pulls it down. That breaks the circuit because this little piece right here hits that contactor point and opens the circuit again. And it does this, and it produces that little telltale horn sound. This is connected to positive. The case is negative. Well, you can see this plate has seen better days. So if I left it in the electrolysis tank, I think all this would come off, along with, like it has done, some of the metal. You can see it here. So I'm gonna assume that this horn is irreparable. So I'm just going to cut off this bracket to use with the new horns, because the new horns I've ordered aren't spot welded. They just come with a little bracket you can screw on, and it looks too short, so I think I'll just make do. Ironically, my dad texted me the horns on his Jeep quit working too, so I think I'll order a set for him. I may or may not make a video about it. Okay, so to replace my horns, I just got these little cheap ones. They're Chinese made. It took a while to come from Ching bang dang bing a dang lang a dang shang. They're called speakers. Anyway, here they are. They're very ricery looking. Lightweight plastic, but hopefully they'll work, because mine don't. And as you can see, this one's marked high, so this will be the high tone, that's the low tone. Very lightweight pieces, but as long as they work. There are no instructions. I guess they assume that you know that somehow these little brackets go on here, and you bend it however you need it to fit. The bolts that go with it. These feel really flimsy. They're thin. I'm just not going to use that. But shouldn't be too hard to find something to work. I'll put them in the stock location and go from there. Say hello to my little horns. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's supposed to run like this.